Hello, happy people, and welcome to your Moment of Zed, the YouTube channel dedicated to the most beautiful car in the world, the BMW Z3, or as the folks in Granby, Canada call it, the Z3.
Actually, Mark, we call it the Z3 because it's French speaking.
It is. It's in French Canada, Quebec.
Yes.
And this is Yvan Lacroix, who's also from Quebec, who has come here today from DIY Detailing to help us out with the detailing of my car. Now, I've done a video about his products before. He was nice enough to send me. Makes a great set of products. I gave you a link to his website in that video. I'm going to give it to you again today. And he was nice enough to contact me again and ask me to do a collaboration with him. And what is it we're going to do today?
Well, we're going to wash it. We're going to decontaminate it. Something that everyone can do. But then we're going to polish it and ceramic coat it. So we're going to make the most beautiful car in the world, the most beautiful, beautiful car in the world.
And we need it, and I've talked about this before because I do very, very basic cleaning and polishing and waxing, kind of old school. But Yvan and DIY Detailing, these guys are the pros, so they're going to help us out today. And before we get to that, we have a Zed of the Week. And today we have David from Louisiana with his 1997 1.9 liter automatic with 198,000 miles. Now, he bought it a few years ago from a friend. He has put on a completely new suspension and lowered it with H&R coils. He's got staggered M parallel wheels, new Nitto Neo-Gen tires, halo headlights, tinted windows, a new exhaust. He's done a full tune-up and added a new steering wheel. Future plans are an LS swap. Wow, can't wait to hear about that. Thank you, David.
Get our bucket ready to go. Okay. And we'll be using a rinseless wash. Now it's not rinse less, it's rinse less. We'll still be rinsing the car. No need to fear. We're not putting your bucket away. We're still using the bucket.
Okay.
So in the bucket, I've got 5 gallons of water. With that, we add 5 capfuls of the product. Very easy to measure. 1 gallon, 1 capful.
Okay.
Now I know you regularly wax the car.
Fairly regularly, yes.
Once in a while. Okay. So we'll just mix this up. But before we take our sponge to the car, we have to pre-treat it. And this is going to help encapsulate any of the dust or dirt that's on the car. Now, the car is not freshly washed, but looks like it's freshly washed.
Fairly clean.
Yeah, it's garage kept, so it doesn't see a hard light. In this keg, we have rinse and swap. Now, the keg is optional. You don't have to have a keg. A garden sprayer will work, even just a regular spray bottle. Okay. The idea is just to get a little bit of this on. In the keg, there's rinse and swap as well. And what this does is it emulsifies the dirt and breaks it down. If you look closely, you can actually see the dust lifting up in the bubbles.
Okay. Yep. Now, I assume you could use a regular pump sprayer as well.
Yeah, basically you just want to get it on the surface. So yep, any little pump sprayer will do. Have a keg. Well, sure. Well,
And it's fine on the fabric top.
yeah, fine on the fabric top. It's actually a lot better than soap.
Okay.
Soap on a fabric top eventually whitens the top because you get accumulation of soap in the fabric.
Right.
Whereas this releases a lot better from the fabric. So this is a special sponge designed for rinseless washing. You'll notice it has slits or cuts in it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's to allow it to conform to the surface a lot better. And we don't want to take the sponge out of the bucket heavy with liquid like that. You want to squeeze it out till it's just on the verge of dripping. Yep, that's good.
All right. Now, is there a difference between the gray side and the red side?
The color only.
Okay.
And the reason for that is for tracking. So someone that knows that I start at the top with the red and then I do the bottom with the black or vice versa, it's just a visual cue. Okay. We also have the sponge that's just one color. And then from there, we're not scrubbing. We're actually just moving the sponge along the surface.
Okay. Wow.
And it actually lifts the dirt off the surface into the sponge.
And back and forth, doesn't have to be all down towards the bottom.
No, doesn't matter.
Okay.
And then once you've done a panel, you soak your sponge back in the bucket.
Okay.
Squeeze it out again and move to the next panel. Roof is the only exception. That's where we actually want to flood the surface with the liquid.
Okay.
And off your rocker panel, I got a bit of dirt here.
Yep.
And as soon as I touch it to the surface, the dirt is gone.
Okay.
So the sponge releases the dirt very quickly. So if you're just washing the car, we'd almost be done at this point.
Okay.
Rinseless washing, the rinse less comes from not having to rinse it after you're done washing. So at this point, we could actually just dry the car.
I got you. Wow, that is, yeah, that did pick up a lot of dirt. Now, can you tell us a little bit about the product itself? What made you develop it?
So rinseless washing has been around for a long time,
Uh-huh.
but this is a very big evolution in rinseless washing. Most of them or they used to be polymer based, whereas this one is a hybrid of surfactants and polymers.
Okay. Now, do you do the wheels with this? I'm assuming not.
Yes, we can.
Up to you.
Yeah, your wheels are actually very clean, Mark.
They are. I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
So we'll just take the brush and rinse them off.
Okay.
This is what we call a wheel and body brush.
Yep.
It's actually very soft.
Yeah.
And with the rinseless wash, we could actually, if we wanted to, brush on the paint and it's not going to damage it.
Yep.
But in this case, we just want to do the wheels. And like mentioned, your wheels are nice and clean.
Yeah, I cleaned them up after the new tires went on them, and that was very recently. So.
Yeah. We were just washing the car.
Yep.
At this point, we grab our drying towel and we dry it.
Okay.
We're done.
We're done. Okay.
But we're going to be decontaminating your vehicle.
All right.
So next step, we use a perforated synthetic decontamination towel.
Wow.
Long word to say a towel that removes contamination from the surface.
Yep.
We fold it in four. We're
Okay.
not going to be applying any pressure with it, but the folding in four gives us four sides to work with,
Okay.
and also reduces any possible pressure points. And with that, we have iron remover.
Okay.
Not the best smelling product in the world, but it has a purpose. When you have brake dust on the vehicle, those excuse me, those little iron particles go on the surface and they embed themselves in the paint. We don't see them, they're very small.
Yep.
But eventually they can form little rust spots on the paint that we see.
Okay.
This will convert that. To use this, one spray on the towel,
Yep.
one spray on the panel, where we spray it on the panel, where we deposit the towel, and then we move it along. You hear that scratching sound?
Yeah.
That's the contamination on your car.
Wow.
And as we keep going, that scratching sound will go away, and also the feeling of grit that you have with the towel will go away as well.
Yeah, that's crazy. If you weren't here, I'd be scared that I was sanding down my finish.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see it come out. That is crazy. And again, and go over anything, plastic, rubber,
Everything on the vehicle except the roof.
except the roof.
Yeah.
Kind of thought so. Okay. And now this towel seems to be like a silicone rubber coated almost, I guess.
Yeah, it's a synthetic coating that basically, for lack of a better term, plucks the contamination out of the paint.
Okay. And now when I flip it over, so I spray it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I take it in your ownership, this has never been decontaminated?
Oh, no, no.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I've never really heard of this before.
Oh, excellent.
Like I said, my detailing skills are pretty basic.
So this is something that should be done once a year or so.
Okay. But it's very easy. This isn't it's not a difficult thing to do. I'm not scrubbing, I'm not sweating.
No.
Of course, it's a beautiful day here in Florida, but
Yep.
this is not difficult work.
No. For me, I have a saying, if it feels like you're working, you're probably doing something wrong.
Fair enough.
As you change panels, flip the towel to a new side.
Yep.
And once you've reached the four sides, dunk it in the bucket for a second.
Okay. I think I have reached that point. And then just squeeze it out.
Yeah, just give a little squeeze.
Okay.
You want it fairly wet.
All right. So the step 1 and step 2 liquids mixing together is really, that's fine.
Yes, they're actually helping each other in terms of lubrication.
Back and forth, round and round, doesn't matter.
Whatever geometric shape you prefer.
Fair enough.
You can do circles, squares, triangles, lines, octagons.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell them about DIY detailing?
Everything is made in the USA. We have a simple line of products. We don't want to overcomplicate things. I like simplicity, so our line is very simple, very easy to use, and the less you use of any of our products, the better.
Okay.
Next step is water spot remover, and this could be termed more of a mineral cleanse.
Okay.
So on your surface, you have minerals that accumulate from, let's say you hose it off and let it dry. There could be water spots. You're in Florida, you have that salty dew in the morning sometimes.
Yeah.
Now you garage keep, but sometimes it's outside. So.
Well, and the water I wash with, the water here in Florida is loaded with calcium and minerals. And
Yeah.
It will water spot everything.
Right.
Yep.
So this will help remove that. And all we do is lightly spray it on the surface. And if you want to go to the bucket, there's a yellow towel there.
Okay.
We just want to fold the towel in 4
Yep.
and move it over the surface without flipping the towel.
Okay.
So we're basically just distributing the product on the surface.
Okay. And this is just wet with water, right?
Yeah, no, with the rinseless wash.
With the rinseless wash. Okay. And I guess I'll start up here.
Yeah, so the hood has been done and
The windshield.
half the
Half the
hood, sorry.
Okay.
So another way of applying this, if you want to, is put a generous amount on your towel and just spread it on the vehicle that way.
Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, on your site, you have a video where you talk about your lab work in creating these.
Yes.
So these are all your own creations.
I'm not a chemist,
Yeah.
but
But you have one on staff.
we have several on staff actually.
Okay.
And R&D has been a big part of my life. So I'm part of the R&D process, but I'm not the chemist.
Gotcha.
Next step, drying.
All right. Now, and you sent me 1 or 2 of these.
Yeah.
Tell me about these towels.
So it's a micro twist loop
Mm-hmm.
designed to be extremely absorbent.
Yeah, it's sucking the water right off this.
Yeah. And it's just a nice, gentle drying towel. The towel itself will actually hold a gallon of water, so
Wow.
which is a little excessive, but it does what it's supposed to do. And that's leave you with a nice dry car.
Now, I see a lot of people who use chamois, either real ones or fake ones,
Yeah,
and you like this better.
right. The chamois have a tendency to scratch.
Okay.
We're doing our best not to scratch the vehicle.
Fair enough.
So what we've done now is what would be an annual decontamination. So once you have the coating on your car, once in a while you'll see that the beating sort of slows down. It's not performing as well.
Yep.
That's because of contamination. Once a year, give it a little decontamination wash like this, and you're good to go.
Which is nice because I'm busy with life, my
Yep.
real job and the channel, and I see some people who spend hours on their car every weekend, and,
Yeah.
and that's time I want to be making content for my viewers, and sometimes I feel bad about not getting to the car as often as I could for cleaning and things like that, but for once a year, this is easy, especially on a car this size.
Yeah, and you want to be driving the car, not washing it.
Exactly. So, folks, there you have our first easy steps to this whole process. It hasn't been hard. It's been very, very easy, and we will get to the rest of it on the next video. So until then, if you found this content valuable, please crush that like button as always. And until next time, remember, friends don't let friends drive boring.